Hey guys, welcome to my presentation on candles and pollution. Yeah, psyched. And dude, I promise this will be quick and interesting. So I know you guys all have kids and jobs and stuff like that and aren't in America. So lucky. But anyway, so how did I come up with this topic, first of all? Well, I went and I started looking for candles and I started finding candles. And while I was finding candles, I think I stumbled onto the dark web and found a couple of these. I found a Karen repellent, which I think everybody needs. The Steve Buscemi candle, which is great. Trump scented candle that had 0 stars next to a trading. And one of my favorite candles is 16 candles. So I probably should have done a report on that or a class on that. I think that would have thrown everybody for a loop. But anyway, so yeah, while while looking around for an interesting slant on candles, I came across this article in the UK, and pretty much it said that in 2019 researchers in the UK gave a number of commuters devices to measure black carbon. Um, Black carbon is a type of PM 2.5 particle that is found in exhaust emissions and is dangerous to health. And pretty much what they did is they compared the exposure levels during their work days and during their days off. They were baffled to find the exposure levels that were on their working days and the exposure from their days off were kind of reversed in certain cases. They found that a higher level of exhaust emissions on their days off and when they were just sitting in their house than when they were in work, when they were going to work. So the researchers were baffled. So after that, they started diving deeper into this and they found out something shocking. The results showed that the pollution anomalies resulting from a lighted scented candle at during their days off sent pollution levels skyrocketing. One of the anomalies, one of the people at their houses, they saw an average of black carbon levels in her home rise from 1.5 to 37. So just to give you a standard to go by, the EPA said that inside your house, the black carbon emission should be anywhere between 0.07 to 1.5. And in this lady's particular house, the black carbon levels actually peaked at 99. So they found that crazy. So they started digging even deeper. And the scientists noticed that the paraffin candles were the culprit of this pollution inside the house. So, what makes these paraffin candles so harmful? Boom, there's the car. The first thing that makes these candles harmful are benzene. Benzene is a type of chemical called a hydrocarbon. It is a volatile organic compound that is used commonly in manufacture of products including plastics, rubber, dye, synthetic fibers, and also found in gasoline and cigarette smoke. And then this other chemical called toluene. I think I'm saying that right. It is a solvent used in gasoline, and pretty much what it does is when you throw it in the gas, it makes it the octane higher. It's also found in paints, coatings, synthetic fragrances, adhesives, inks, and cleaning agents. So yeah, you got that in the air. The third one is like something that you would expect, which is soot, and soot is made from particles created from the combustion of fossil fuels. Soot also contains a lot of acid, as well as chemicals, metals, soil, and dust. These particles leave an ugly sight and a foul smell. But I mean, as far as candles go, you don't really see the sight, but it's like sometimes a smell. And also, alkanes, and there's like a sister chemical as well to this, and they are important for oil and natural gas. And pretty much oil is a mixture, and they create hydrocarbons. And the higher the alkanes, which are solids, occur in residues and from oil distillation, like pretty much it's like tar. And you find this in cigarettes a lot, which is like, ugh, gross. But anyway, so when you are sitting in your house and you have candles, there are many health benefits, or health risks, I should say. Sorry, when it comes to lighting a candle in your house. First of all, the central nervous system. Long amounts of benzene can cause fatigue, sleeplessness, headache, and nausea. Um, if a lady is pregnant, the dysfunction, it can cause dysfunction, attention deficits, and minor craniofacial and limb anomalies in children and pregnant women exposed to high levels. Long-term effects can cause bone marrow and decreased red blood cells, leading to anemia. Can also cause excessive bleeding that can affect the immune system, increasing the chance of infection. The respiratory tract, chronic inhalation exposure can cause irritation to the respiratory tract, just like if you're smoking a cigarette. Also, benzene can cause rapid irregular heartbeats. And benzene also can induce vomiting in high amounts. So that's pretty awesome, right? Um, in addition, they found that women who breathed higher levels of benzene for many months had irregular menstrual periods and a decrease in the size of their ovaries. It's not known whether benzene exposure affects developing fetus totally in a pregnant woman, or infertility in men. Also, this affects animals. Animal studies have shown that low birth weights, delayed bone formation, and bone marrow damage with animals that are exposed to this. And also, the Department of Health and Human Services determined that benzene causes cancer in humans. Long-term exposure to high levels of benzene can cause leukemia, cancer, and cancer in blood-forming organs. So yeah, it's pretty bad for you. So like, what's the difference between paraffin and beeswax? So like, pretty much, the paraffin, it lists like all this stuff. Like, basically, if you're getting paraffin, like, it's pretty much kind of like crude oil, and it's chemically treated. If it's scented, it's definitely chemically treated. You can have an allergic reaction to it. And also, there's soot. As far as beeswax, they're made from bees. So, who doesn't like bees? The bee's knees. All natural, no toxins, burns longer as well. Also, a couple of things about beeswax is they have a higher melting point, which I found really fascinating. So, it results in significantly longer burn time. So you can get like a beeswax candle, and it'll burn 2 to 5 times more than a regular candle, which I thought was pretty cool. But you're gonna pay for it. Like, some beeswax candles will cost like up to 10 times more, depending on the area of the country you're from. Um, they're also, the beeswax candles, they burn stronger and brighter, and they emit a bright light, and the same as the light spectrum of the sun. So it's like natural light. And the longer you keep beeswax candle, it's like beauty. It just ages well or whatever. Like, over time, beeswax develops a white film, and those beeswax candles become like very valuable. So you can like end up selling the beeswax candles after like 10, 20 years, and like, make a big profit or something if you're into that type of thing. Also, the beeswax candle is a natural purifier, which I thought was pretty cool. So it cleanses, improves the quality of air, and invigorates the body. A beeswax candle is pretty much like a natural ionizer. It's hypoallergenic and benefits those with environmental allergies, sensitivities, and asthma. So yeah, there's that. And then let me see. So you have some pretty much some ways to buy. Well, pretty much these are a guide to buying candles or making candles non-toxic. You can get beeswax, soy. Those candles are good. Use all natural. So if you're gonna make your own, make sure you can put in like you put in things like cinnamon and cloves and stuff like that, and then test for the wick. Grab the candle, see if it's unburnt, tip off, and then just burn it for a little bit and just see like what comes out of it. If it's bad, throw it out, and then there you go. So that concludes my presentation. Yeah, I had to throw a dad joke in there. There's John Wick. Get it, Wick, candles. Yeah, all right, I'm out of here. Thanks, guys.